Howdy, 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 howdy. Ho, people, how is it going? I hope everyone is doing great and fine and dandy on this still daytime out there. Yep, we've still got some daytime action happening out in the wild, wild west world of Southeast London. But, yeah, today, I think we are going to have ourselves a bit of a chill sesh, I think. Something nice and relaxing. You know, something we can actually enjoy. We can hang out. We can do. I've got to do a little bit of work, but I thought, you know, you guys can join in. You guys can come in with us, and yeah, we can have some fun. Why not? You know, I wanted to do a bit more of a chitty chatty one, and bring my sort of console stuff, or not console stuff, my work stuff in. And I had such a fun day yesterday. Look, bananas. Look, me being prepared and everything. Bananas have been on standby. I did put the kettle on, but I forgot to top up my drink before I actually hit the start button. So it's like, what's the purpose of having a starting soon screen if you're not going to do all the bits that you need to do before you start the screen? But yeah, no, I ended up popping on my Discord and seeing that my dear friend Bubba was looking up a new microphone, which looked really nice actually. And yeah, I was tempted to buy it myself. So, you know, but obviously I've got to wait a couple more weeks before that happens. But hey, whoa, 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 dude. Oh, cheers, man. That is number 3. You continue the list of being my first and longest running subscriber. And you hit month number 3. So congratulations on that, dude. Congratulations, big starly. And yeah, I'm happy that I have continued to entertain you enough to do vouch for 1 more month of subscription. And yeah, massive appreciations. So thank you. I do appreciate it. Massively appreciate it. And I'm happy that means that you are hiding out there somewhere back in the chats, or just you're having yourself a good decent lurk. And you know, a good decent lurk is always a fun thing to have. You know, you should always have a couple of lurkers in the background, because you never know what that might mean. But you know, I always enjoy it. I always enjoy having a good lurker around, and you know, especially one that subscribes every month on the month. I do appreciate it hugely. So yeah, as the intro, the line at the bottom would actually say, I really need to get a hoodie. A hoodie? What? As in, are you code, or you need to get this particular hoodie? You know, I am still an engineer, but a good engineer nevertheless. But yeah, I'd still wondered, like, would you go for the command? I think you would go for the command. Like, I think you would look good in burgundy, if I'm honest. Or would you go for engineering? Or green? Would you go for... Yeah, that's what I thought. I did think. Though I could see you as a medic. You know, I could see you as coming to give people the breath of life back. To rescue them from the depths of their depression. Or depression, yeah. The depths of their... maybe accidents. Injuries, maybe. I don't know, I'm still working on this. Yeah, green's medic. Green is medical. Or is it blue? No, I'm 99% sure it's green. And we're gonna have to we'll double check this. Oh no, not Star Wars. Wrong franchise. So green uniform. Uniform. And you've probably already done this now. Medic is blue. Okay, so it's teal, technically. But yeah, oh, hang on. Oh, that's actually quite a close one, actually. What's it going to be? I'm not sure. Ooh. Yeah, no, because for a second there I thought it was blue, and then I thought, hang on, is it green? Hang on, let's do a quick test here. Where we at? Where we going? Completely lost it. Right, Lightroom, Firefox. There we go. This is what I'm currently looking at. So you got blue on one side, but teal on the other. But we definitely got some. I don't know. We've got some greens. There's more from the original series, I think. You know, we're going there. Well, there's green and blue, combining the two possibly. See if that works. But I swear, I could have sworn it was. Hang on, how are we gonna fix this? Dr. Crusher? Star Trek? Let's go, Dr. Crusher. DOCTORCRUSHER. Clocher. See if I actually spelled this correct. Yeah, okay. TNG was blue. Okay. Let's go DS9. Maybe they changed it over the years. Okay, see, look, now we're going into a bit more of a teal. And then obviously, we've got Voyager here. Okay, so that is a teal, but you can see my thingy. Dr. Bashir. Yeah, we've got Dr. Bashir up there. And then we got, I'm not even sure. Oh, what was the Doctor's name in Voyager? Did he actually get a name in the end? I never finished Voyager, if I'm honest. I don't actually remember any of them finishing, per se. But, yeah, I was never one for watching the finale. Because I never owned them all. I never knew. Like, you just turned it on and hopefully it was that, you watched that week's episode. But I don't remember them ever finishing. Are you colorblind? I did not know that. Or is this something that's come out recently? Between, I'm starting to think it's got everything to do with Among Us. Because I used to have the wires. And all of a sudden the wires had like symbols on them. So I was like, okay, cool. I guess that's for colorblind people. But I found out Paul recently as well. Paul's colorblind. I overheard that on the stream the other day. That's interesting. Joe, he called himself Joe. Did he? Wow. I know. When it came to Voyager, I was a bit, I don't know, distracted, should we say? I think that's the safest way. I was in puberty at the time. And there was a lot of hot girls on that show. So, yeah, I'm going to shut up now before I get myself into trouble. Yeah, but anyways, how's your week been? Have you been keeping up? You been busy? Hopefully you've been doing something fun. Let's come back to this. Yep, 7 of 9 was one. Definitely. Actually, there was quite a few. I actually liked the captain as well. Then there was, what was her name? The part Klingon. Fuck, what was her name? It's been so long since I last watched Voyager. Like, everything has kind of, like, disappeared. The last one I watched was DS9, and I started rewatching that. And then got into it, and then, yeah, stopped. I think, I ended my Netflix account. So I broke up with my girlfriend at the time, and we had a rule. I got the Netflix, she got the Spotify. And then I couldn't afford both. So when we broke up, I was like, I can't go without music. Music's more important to me, so I ended up getting that. So it never happened again. Never did much with Discovery, because I heard mixed and match about Enterprise. Then Discovery, I heard nothing but crap. I was really put off by the Kelvin timeline. Like, it was dumb. It wasn't clever. It was just dumb. And when Discovery started coming out, I just saw the same stuff. It didn't seem like science fiction. It seemed like Jar Jar Abrams coming back again, and I never bothered with it. And then the ratings confirmed the fact that it just wasn't very clevery. So hey, Belena, yes, Belena, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. But discovered. There we go. Give it the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, but I'm going to have to go back and watch Enterprise first, because I'm a completionist. So I'm going to have to watch all of Enterprise, which I heard was really good, and then they fucked it over in the end. But I don't think it was the show that was fucked. I don't think it was the story that was fucked over. I think it was the parent company, whatever you want to call it. And they decided they didn't want to do it anymore, and they ended it prematurely, or sooner than the actual creators would have liked. Like so many good shows, like Firefly and Futurama and so many others. Did not get on with Picard. Really? I loved Picard. But then again, I've always had a very, very soft spot for Ian, Stuart McKinnon. Patrick Stewart, even. And, you're not talking about TNG, are you? You're talking about Picard, as in the series Picard. Yeah, no, I heard even worse things about that. Like, Discovery was, like, down here, and then Picard was, like, like, just through the floor. So... yeah, I have a lot of love and respect for Patrick Stewart, and I'm not doing that to my memory of him. It's what we like. I've found out recently. They call it a deboot. So it's like when you reboot a TV series, but you don't make it better, you make it shitter. So they're calling it a deboot rather than a reboot. And it's the same with prequels and all the rest of that kind of stuff. So it's like which is very popular right now in the last 3, 4, 5 years. All of the reboots have been disappointments. Like like, you may be able to find one that I would say, yep, that was worth it, but nearly every single one. Ghost in the Shell was the last one that I watched and was like, okay, I'm done. Done. I'm not watching reboots, remakes, prequels. I'm just done. And I haven't, mostly. On the most part, I haven't. I did give The Mandalorian a go, and I did like it, but I only watched the first couple of episodes. So, you know, so that was that. Rate your Star Wars series. For me, it would be TNG, DS9, Voyager, and I watched bits and pieces of the OS, but I didn't. It was way before my time, and I've been meaning to go back to it actually. But yeah, and I haven't seen much. I think I saw like the first episode of Enterprise, maybe the first couple when it came out, like when it was live. And haven't watched any of the rest of it since. Haven't seen Discovery. Haven't seen Picard. So TNG was my favorite. It was when I hit puberty. You know, there was a very sharp difference with Voyager because reasons. But yeah, I don't know. There was such a great time for science fiction at that time. Like I remember things like Stargate coming out, and loving the film. I absolutely adored the film. I actually went to the cinema to see it. And then when the TV show came out, it was like, okay, this is just going to be some B thing. It's not going to be great. But then it turned out to be shockingly good, and I fell in love with it, and I absolutely adored TNG. So, not TNG, SG1. Right, so got TNG, Voyager, DS9, Discovery, Enterprise, and Picard. I love how Picard gets his own separate line there, just to make sure it's separated from like the quality. But wow, so you would put Discovery above Enterprise? Because they're the two I haven't seen. From what I've seen of Discovery, like the little clips, granted, I may be talking from, you know, a salted well, should we say. But yeah, I need to get around to it. I need to spend like a day, probably like about several months going through it. But I'm very much someone who likes to do things in order. And I learned a long time ago, don't watch things in numeric order. Like, I wouldn't watch Star Wars 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know, I would watch 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. Actually, I'm not even sure if I'd bother with 8. I definitely wouldn't bother with 9. Screw that. That didn't happen. And they're literally in process of making sure that didn't happen. Unfortunately, Carrie Fisher's now dead, so we can't do anything decent with that series. But hey, what can we do? See, look, that is the quintessential sin to me. If you have to say you need to get past season 1, like you can say Walking Dead. Yeah, Walking Dead, great first season, really slow fucking second season. You know, I think that was the one in the prison. Whatever, the one that gets to the prison really slows down. You have to get through it. If I have to get through an entire season, I won't even bother with it. Like, I judge a whole show by its pilot. I watch the first episode, and if that pilot does not tickle my balls, if that pilot does not make me want to see more, I won't bother with it. Because if you can't sell me the pilot, because I've seen so many pilots from great shows, and yeah, the pilot isn't it isn't greatness like the later seasons would be. For example, like the Game of Thrones pilot is a bit meh, you know, but it gave enough questions. It gave me enough will. Like, it made a nice enough world to make me go, I want to see where this goes. Too many people said, hey, have you seen Breaking Bad? Have you seen Dexter? Have you seen, you know, whatever the fucking hot ticket moment thing is? And most of them are no, because I haven't seen any of those ones that I just mentioned. But they're like, yeah, you just got to get through the first couple of seasons or the first episode. I'm like, no, I ain't wasting my time. Like, I would rather watch a film and drop 2 hours of my life to a shit film and at least appreciate it from its shitness than spend like 10, 15, 20 hours watching something that isn't going to get good for another like 3 seasons. Screw that. I got too much shit in my life. I like sleeping. I'd rather go to sleep and have a nap. Season 1 is good, but the rest is so much better. It really goes into Section 31. Yeah, but Section 31 to me was really overplayed. It's like, oh, there's a secret society inside of the Federation. Yay. It wasn't that. If I wanted that, I watched Bourne. you know what I mean? To me, that's the espionage side of things. I love it. But it's not Star Trek. It's not. Like, Star Trek was about seeing new ideas. It was about exploring where we've not been before, like seeing new actual alien things, like alien ideas, alien races, alien principles. It was about coming together, like our differences making us stronger. It's those kind of things that to me is what Star Trek was about. It was the original kind of like almost like the LGBT plus community, but without all of the shit around it. It was like we're all different, but it doesn't mean we can't get along. That's what Star Trek. That's the fundamental element of what Star Trek was always to me. It was yeah, everything's different, but that's okay. And obviously the narrative these days is things can only be okay if it follows what we say is okay. And that's the politics stuff that's in a lot of modern day media that just checks me out because I'm not like that. So, but hey, I'll give it a shot for you. I will give it a shot for you because I love you. And I'll watch the first couple of episodes. But I'll follow my rules. I will follow my rules. If after the second episode I don't want to watch more, I won't bother. Or I won't look at it as the Star Trek thing. Because do you know what? If you said to me, hey, there's this new show called Discovery, and you put it on, I watched it, and I'll be like, yeah, do you know what? This is all right. This is all right. But if once you put Star Trek in front of it, it puts it on a pedestal. It puts it on a comparison. Like there's so many things now when they do a prequel, it's like, why do a prequel? Like Han Solo, yeah, the Solo film. I know I keep going back to Star Wars, but that's my reference point. And I'm sitting here in a Star Trek hoodie, but my reference point was always Star Wars. I was a Star Wars kid growing up. And, it's like if you would have made another character in that universe, like with The Mandalorian, you told your own stories. As long as you communicate the rules of that universe together, it would make sense. But because with it, they're sort of branching out and they're doing things, it's like, make your own unique thing. Not every you can make a new IP. I look at Alita. Alita was amazing, like mind-blowingly great, and it was a great character. It was well acted. It was well directed. It was amazing. I cannot wait for the sequel. But you can do a good IP, but maybe that's just my mind. Yeah. Hey there, Viking. Hey, you resubscribing as well? Are you and Bubba are fighting over the most recent resubscriber list? Is that what it is? But I'm not sure. Cause I think your one. No, it hasn't run out, has it? But you two are both founders. I'm curious to see like where it goes here. But I love the fact that Bubba does have that 3-month subscriber. That's pretty epic. I really want to watch Orville. Is that the one that was better than like everyone was saying? This is the Star Trek that's better than the Star Trek one. Because if it is, same here. I want to fucking see it as well. Because it reminded me of classic Star Trek, but it also reminded me a bit of Galaxy Quest. I don't know why. I haven't seen any of it, but the look of it made me think of that. I get a hug of Skinny. So I went. Oh, you both get hugs off of me whenever you see me. You're both amazing peeps. What? Matt Parker and Trey Stone. They wrote Orville. I've got to watch it then. I fucking love those guys. They are two of the people that are in Hollywood who just don't give a fuck, and they will call out. They've got their idea, but they'll call out anyone, and it's not a bipartisan issue. They will just call it out, and I like that. I like that conversation that they create. Hello, Jinxie Binks. Oh, that would be good. I win. Well, you've still got the option. Hang on. I'm going to have a quick look, see who's the resubscriber. Seth MacFarlane. That's the guy who did Family Guy and A Million Ways to Die and the rest. We've got to see where we're going here. Oh. Hang on, I'm just squeezing my cat's belly. She likes to put her belly here. I think she likes it. She purrs more. I'm going to do it. Seth MacFarlane. Sorry, he wrote it. Hang on. So what? So which one wrote it? Was it Matt Stone and Trey Parker, as in the South Park guys, or was it Seth MacFarlane, who? Oh, well, and Star. That would make sense because did you see A Million Ways to Die in the West? Seth MacFarlane, yeah. Sometimes I wish I could hold her like a bubba, just hold her in my arms and it'd be all nice. But she doesn't like to be supported like that. She likes to have her claws in, just to have her secure. See, she'll pull herself in. So if I'm lying down flat, she's all right. But yeah, she's no Cthulhu. Cthulhu is a lot more cuddly. So what have you guys been doing this weekend then? You been keeping it busy? I actually had one of the, I don't want to say one of the worst photo shoots, but it was interesting. But let's find out how your guys' weekends went first, and I will tell you about mine afterwards. And we should probably slide into the work, because that way we can hang out and chat, and I can just stop at any point, you know? So let's slide over. And we're not going to look in there. We are going to look. Where are we going to look? Where's Lightroom gone? There it is. Right, so we got making a spin at digital advent calendar. Nice. Did you click on the link? Did you get the images from the spinning at Christmas parties? And I'm really hoping I make it in this time. Yes, good. Yeah, so I had a little look through. I started at 2013. I could have went back a bit further, but finding them was a bit harder. 2013 was when I really started to take my photography seriously, and as such started organizing properly. So like up to 2013, everything's a bit clusterfucky all over the place. But from 2013, I set a new standard of organization, and it's a lot easier as long as I've got the date for something, or even I can just go to that year, go into the calendar, go to from that year to December. In December, have a look and see, because I have the dates on one side. Kind of like if you can look on my screen actually. So you'd have the dates down one side, then so the year, then you'll have the month, then you'll have then you go into the month, and then it'll have the day, and then so on. This is just a small catalog. So this is just the catalog from the last shoot that I did. But yeah, so I tried to have this organized and pretty, so at least it looked good for you guys. That's the hope, anyways. God. What are you guys thinking of the tunes, by the way? This is the hip hop list by Harris Heller. So it's just like nice, chilled, kind of backgroundy. Hopefully it's not overtaking too dominant stuff. But I'm enjoying it. But as I said, I do want to get it down to a nice, happy balance there, because I want you guys to enjoy it. I don't want it to be too boring. You don't just want to be chatting with me. So do let us know if the volume is a bit too high, or a bit too low. Let's see where these things come from, right? Ooh, this sounds good. Yeah, Viking, if you're still around, how did did any of that stuff come through that we were talking about on the phone the other day? I'm hoping it sorted itself out and it's all cushy now. But I guess we shall find out. Right. Let's find out if that copied. I can still see you. I can still see you in there, in the VIP section. Yeah. I need to find out how to do that little thing in the shortcut. I think it's like, you know, you can change the moderation and you can give people the VIP symbols. Yeah. I should probably change that. See where the little diamond is? I should change that to have that as, you know, as people that give that good support. But I do think, I thought you would have had the badges being subs. I think you would have the badges. Right, so anyways, so the story behind today's, or this shoot, should we say? Yeah, forgot. That was crazy. I have no idea what happened on that side. Yeah, so the radio show that we normally do is, and that's what we're going to be going through today. Yeah, so the radio show is basically it's me, an MC, and a DJ. And then we normally have two guests, and we play some unsigned music that's been floating around the UK or the US. Actually, we've done a lot more US stuff recently. And yeah, normally there's the five of us, plus, you know, the guy who actually does the show. And then maybe like the odd extra person around and stuff. And the event's called MEEEE. So it's been unique. It's been a great show, great company that I've had the pleasure of working with. It's like a family, really, if I'm honest. Like, it truly is like a family. And I wish I could throw them up something here. but like we can't do much with them. Shy of showing you their Instagram, you know, and they do lots of promotions, lots of unsigned artists, all that kind of fun stuff. But because of lockdown and all that kind of fun stuff, we were only allowed 3 people in the studio this time around. And it looks like I got 4 up, but the other one's just my vape. So 3, or the German 3. Maybe you prefer the German 3. And yeah, basically, out of the 3 of us, only 2 of us showed up, which was myself and the DJ. So the MC, who, like, normally there's a lot of banter. There's a lot of, like, you know, bouncing off each other between the MC and the DJ. You know, just chatting, having a laugh, you know, putting on little spots, little ideas, little challenges. And normally I'm floating around, doing my own thing, getting the photos. But sometimes I'll have a little chat on the mic or a little comment here or there. So I've never done anything much. And as a joke, I actually said to one of the guys, I was like, hey, we should totally have me on to interview. You know, people get to know the Skins Elliott, the guy behind the lens and all that kind of stuff. Just as a joke and as a laugh. But so we get there and it's like, okay, so then we don't have an MC, and then we've just got a DJ, and bless him, squeeze him, Sneaks, like, just soldiered on. He put on a good set. I sort of chimed in with a little bit here and there, but obviously there's not much you can do. You know, you've got one guy who's putting all of his work into his effort, and obviously when you turn up, you're expecting one thing, but when you turn up and it's not the thing you expect, it kind of throws you for a bit of a loop. So you're never quite sure what to do, if you should be doing anything, if you should try to be a bit more creative or whatnot. And yeah, so I was like, okay, do you know what? There's only one of us here. I can try and get some nice photos, but then it's like, I've shot this location and it's not a pretty location. The actual studio is you know, yeah, they may kill me for saying this, but it's an ugly location. Like, you look at this. This is just my home, and I've made it look good, you know, and this is a studio, you know, and shy of having a logo up against the most ugliest wall you could have ever seen or inherited, yeah, you've just got to try your best and try to actually put on something nice. And yeah, so I'd end up just trying to sort of do the thing. He was doing his mixing and his own little MCing, and I was left to take the photos. So that's where we're at. So, anyways, I'm gonna fly in or zoom in, flow in, whatever I'm doing, I'm going in. I'm gonna go in hard, because that's what I do. I always go in hard. But considering we are technically we're still 2 hours and 15 minutes away from when I normally stream on a Sunday. So this is just something a little different. I just thought I'd get on early, see what's going on in the world. Try to get through these edits, and yeah, maybe fly off into some gaming in a bit. So yeah, this is where we start off. Obviously, first couple of tests never work, so just skip them straight out. My caps lock? Oh, there we go. So my original plan was I was just going to shoot this with no extra lights. I was going to use available lights, because I used to do that in this particular location. And yeah, you get it like this. They're not good. They're super. The person has to stay really still, because my settings, which I know you can't see up here, but you can see there. So you got what do you got? 1/25 of a second at 1.4. Yeah, so you can't really see much. It's yeah, I shoot that many. I've got 436. Wow, that's a lot of images. A lot more, actually. Yeah, no, I did do a silly. I ended up doing double imports of a lot of these things, even though there's now 3 of them. So that's CRT2. That's CRT, and then I've got another one. That's a tad bit annoying, isn't it? So, hang on, I know. Let's go to here. Let's go to here. Let's do... hang on. Select all. Compare. And then we click over to here. And we should get a selection. Okay, that's... Oh, this is going to be annoying. It probably means I've got, like, at least 3 of every bloody shot. And the fun times ahead of us. So, let's just go Let's click on something else. I've got this far in, less than 10 images in, and I'm already like, I shouldn't have done this. But yeah, so we're gonna be splouting through apparently, because that's new words that I'm inventing. It's gonna be one of those. It really is gonna be one of those. But you know, we can sit back, we can enjoy, see what's happening in the world, and see where we're going. Because that's all it's gonna be. And then yeah, we can always have a little break, see what happens, and see what's going on. But you know, it's always fun to sit here and have some fun. The question being, do I just go XXP the entire time? Or is this thing just going to be super slow? XP, XP. Well, that was just crap. Tough times never last. Be tough, people do. Is that going to be our memento for the day? I have 3 copies. This is jarring because it's not even going to be a good shoot. Look, it's blurry and it's annoying. Ooh, hello. 14 frames a second. That's not good. I don't think this is going to work, guys. Do not think this is going to work. Not today. Not with this. Not if it's dropping my frames down by that much. Oh, screw it. Come on, do you know what? I'm gonna quit that because fuck doing that. And I am going to instead, I'm gonna just do some drawing. Because I want to do some drawing. And I do actually want to do some drawing. I want to get back into my little world of creating stuff. Something is not happy today, I'll tell you that much. I'm not quite sure what, but something is definitely unhappy today. But I guess we're going to find out in a sec. Right, so let's do this, and let's get on to... where's Photoshop? Is Photoshop even going to be here? Photoshop's totally not even going to be here, is it? Okay. Yeah. Do you know what I was looking at today, and I'm seriously considering it. Some new PC parts were put out, and it was an i5, a Ryzen i5, with a new motherboard and 16 gigs of RAM on DDR4. And let's see if I can put it. I did have it. Got this, there. So it's there, and we're gonna Firefox there. So if it's over here, I'm just gonna put that over there. Different one there. I want that one. There's my chat. I don't want to be showing off my chat like that. Where's it gone? Into Firefox, and it's been up. There we go. Now it's working. Yeah, so this is the thing I was looking at, and I'm gonna make it less stretchy. Just do it like that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I was checking this out, and yeah, so it's got a decent motherboard, which is actually the one I was looking up originally, which is the B450M, and it's coming down with 16 gigabytes of RAM. Hey, Babs, nice to have you back. Yeah, so I got the B450M with 16 gig of RAM, DDR4, and the AMD 5, so the Ryzen 5, which is a 3.7 gigahertz processor. And originally I was like, do you know what? Internet problems. No, that sucks. Have you tried turning it off and on again? That is a good old classic one. But yeah, so I was looking at this, and yeah, it looks good. It does, I believe it does the things I want it to do. The I/O, we've got enough USB 3s. I don't think this one has a USB-C. And let's go off to Amazon. Because I do actually have this saved on Amazon. Right, so come on. Go wait for this craziness to load. Let's go see more, because I know I've got it in a streaming list down here. Wow, things are really slow today. What's going on? I don't know. So yeah, so here's the board. So this is what I found on Amazon, anyways. So on here, I saw it for like 272 with 16. Hang on. Yeah, 16 gigs. So it's two 8 gig chips. For £227.70. So hang on, is that the same stuff? I don't know. I'm gonna have to find out in a second. Right, 2600 processor. And this one, what's this one with? Again? Second gen. Is it gonna tell us? I don't know. Probably not gonna tell us. Yeah, that's a 2600. Okay, so this is. I think this is a newer card if I got this right. So that's the AMD Ryzen 5 2600 processor with Wraith Stealth Cooler. With Wraith Stealth Cooler. Ooh, that sounds hot. And this one, base clock, boost clock, cores, 4 cores, threads, 8 threads, patch, whatever the hell. This stuff, I'm gonna have to basically go to my friends who know more than me about computers. So I know enough, but my stuff's dated. Like my knowledge, my physical knowledge is dated from about 10 years ago at least. So I got to update, got to make sure I got all my shit. So, but we do have on the I/O on the actual motherboard. It looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 USB 2s, 4 USB Cs. We've got sound cards, which is always nice to add the extra little knobs. Which yeah, there's not really a sound card. They're just baked in now, aren't they? HDMI looks like DVI and a classic PS2 for a mouse and keyboard. So if you want to go real old school, there you go. But then, yeah. So as I was saying, so on Amazon, you can actually get a proper look at it. So you can see that all of the bits it's got. What it doesn't have is the M4 drive, I believe it is. That's one thing it's lacking. But we do have some USB headers, 3 headers here. Because on my current board, I don't have any USB 3 headers. So even though I've got USB 3 inputs on the front of my case, I don't actually have any on the actual motherboard. Also, this one has 2. Yeah. So it's got 2 PCIe Express, I believe is the actual terms. So it's only got 2 of those. But at the end of the day, you got a graphics card and pretty much the only other thing you could really go for is a capture card. Because eventually, one of these days, I would like to get an actual dedicated capture card. So basically, at the moment, I'm debating whether I just rip out all the internals from my current computer, put this motherboard in with the new card, use the exacting of the same cooler I've got right now, and yeah, put in. So this, what did this one come with again? Came with. It's got 16 gig RAM. So is that 2 boards? Right. Our CCL choice DDR4 memory is produced by industry recognized brands for our system built. We don't compromise on equality, warranty, or features. Okay, well that doesn't tell us how many sticks of RAM we're getting. I'm going to assume 2 because they're taking a picture of 2, so that's a possibility. The processor is an i5. Hang on, let's look at there. AMD Ryzen 5. So it's an so it's the 5. It's a 3400G. So that's this guy here, I'm assuming. But yeah, so that's currently what I'm looking at. But just seeing some of these things down the sides, I wonder, like, where's the extra money going? So let's have a quick look, actually. So this one has got 16 gig RAM again. Ryzen 5 3600, so that's the same processor, right? 34. Okay, so that's the 34, that's the 36. So these are things I don't know about. Harry, only one left. But yeah, so that's an option. I don't quite get the big differences. Like, I know there's a 3, a 5, and a 7. But I don't quite get what the 34 on the other one, 36 on this one. I don't quite get the difference. Because it's just being what it is. This is 16 gig RAM. That one is also 16 gig RAM. That's DDR4. That's also DDR4. So the motherboard is an Jesus. But does this one have... You can see it's got some caps. Okay, so I can see three PCI Express leads, 4 channels for your RAM. I/O is 2. Hang on, let's get a better picture of this one. Let's scroll down. Oh no, this one doesn't have as many fancy photos. What are we gonna do? Right, hang on, so what we can do? Let's come out here. Let's take for gaming. Let's go from here. Let's go bish, bash, bosh. I'll probably actually get a better one just by searching the bloody YouTube on the Tinterwebs. I want a nice flat image. Here we go. That would do us some good. So I don't think this has an M dot thing. I'm not quite sure what the hell this is. So I do not see what's going on there. But yes, there's 1, 2, 3 for the PCIe slots. I'm not quite sure what these guys are. Are these like the micro kind of versions? So you put like, you know, your Bluetooths or your whatnots in. So add some extra little bits there. But yeah, that is what that is. But yeah, so basically, originally when this was shared, I was like, you know what, that's really nice, but no chance of happening anytime soon. But then I saw this little guy here. And this guy here was like, you know, get this item for only 14 quid for 24 months. And I'm like, do you know what? That's doable. And, you know, even if things go a bit awry with work and stuff, that's still doable, you know? And it could be enough to get myself up to a decent level, you know, for I can game a lot more, which means I may be able to get other things like my, get Cyberpunk working on this. You know, I don't know. I need to have a word with my computer expert, but yeah, I'm just not sure. Is it something? Because basically, what I was looking at this, or that setup that I was showing, and this little case here, because this was pretty. I actually really like this. This is a pretty little case. Oh, click. Because I do like LEDs. Granted, I wonder if they're addressable or not, or just rainbows. Because, yeah, as someone who does love LEDs, and especially ones that just decide to turn themselves off, and I just realised I didn't put my purple on. I ain't got my purple on. Bit annoying. But yeah, so I was looking at it, and it's like, I can see spaces for SSDs, so you can screw your SSDs on there. What I couldn't see is anywhere for your 3.5mm or 3.5 inch drives, like your old school, like my terabytes. I've got a 2 terabyte and then 2 other terabytes in here, as well as an SSD. And I'm like, okay, so maybe this space here. So I'm guessing the power supply is going there. And then what's this space down here for? Is it just vents, just air? And then if I want to invest in, say, like a radiator or something, I'm like, is that something else I need to start thinking about? There's all this stuff you've got to remember and do. And it's like, okay, like I bought this PC, the one I'm using right now, as a launch pad. It was a starting block. I needed to get streaming, and I put a lot of the money I had at the time into getting a graphics card, and I ended up getting a brand new the GTX 1660. And I know to some people it's like, oh, it's not a 3080 or whatever the fuck things are called. I don't know. Jesus Christ, there's so many things out there. I can't keep track of these things. But it was the cheapest one that had what do you call it? The cheapest one that had the Turing architecture. So I could actually do my streaming and use the encoding to do that. That was part of the point of doing this. So I got that, and I got, you know, the bare bones, and it was basically the motherboard and the processor off of my friend Riley's old computer. And then obviously we put a new hard drive in, 2 new hard drives actually. A hard drive and an SSD. We put in a new cooler, so we've got this like nice big chunky passive cooling thing with lots of blades, and it was super sexy, very, very, very pretty. I liked them personally. But obviously there's passive, and then if you're pushing it, then you kind of want to go water cooling. But I'm not quite at water cooling yet. But I do like the idea of getting these kind of cases that are open and you can see in the prettiness and have it on my side. You know, but these are big steps towards things I'm nowhere near yet. But you know, it is what it is. But anyways, that was my sidetrack for the day. This today is where we want to be. So I came up with some ideas. So as you can see the ones I've been working on, and this is the one I want to finish off today. I do want to get this one finished. But I've also been working on this logo, and I don't know. I'm not quite sure if I'm there yet. So I'm going to open it up. And what I want to do is I do want to create some type of logo. Something that can be printed, something I can like put in the background, something I can put, you know, like add animations to and stuff. You know, kind of need to learn how the fuck to do any of this stuff. Because my specialties, they're mostly reliant on still images, and I don't know how to make GIFs. You know, for example. Anymore? Do I? Don't I? I can put it in there. But part of me is like, all of this stuff, this fancy stuff. Do I wait? Do I wait and wait for things to get good, or do I, you know, crack on and just make mistakes and then spend more money? Rather not. Coming up. So let's see if we can actually get the top down. Got the wide angle. The wide angle. Give me the top down. There we go. So that's what. That's not what I want. Top down. There we go. So this is where we're hanging out. I'm going to see what's going on. Make sure this is all working. Babs, are you still having internet issues? Or are you just waiting for me to answer a question that I'm pretty sure I answered a while back? But I know this was a very simple design. I found a paintbrush, or sorry, a font type, and basically what I just did eyes. So the letter I. So that was a lowercase I, and that was an uppercase I. So then I just blended the two together. So it was like two uppercases, two lowercases, and yeah, and then that created me S. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, what was the question? It was your question when you said what processor. And I wasn't sure if it was the processor I was looking at, or the processor that that I was thinking about getting. But obviously, I need to work out what it is exactly. So, right. So this is where I got up to with my last design, and seeing where these go. So I had some ideas about different things, like adding a circle behind it, which M again. And if I go from dead center, press that, and that. Is that one? There's that. There we go. So I can do that, kind of mark from there. I got that, and then Shift and 5, and then we could actually choose a color. So I was originally thinking something like red, something like up in this neck of the kind of vibe. I don't know. Maybe it's just the track I'm listening to. It's got kind of like a Japanesey kind of vibe. I don't know. It's got the what do you call them? There's not sitars, but I don't know. There's something about it. But so it's like I had this idea about having. Oh, no, I don't deselect. No, damn it! I'm still using the keyboard shortcuts from back when I was on my Mac. So that I keep doing that. Right. So what do we want? We want V for the moving tool. I don't know if that's good, bad, or ugly. But I have a feeling that E isn't quite level either. So if we get that to there, and if we get that, and put that in the center. I'm actually sure where the center is now. Damn it. Okay, no. Okay, well that's saying that's the center, and that clearly isn't the center. There we go. Now it's saying it's the center. So I'll take that. There we go. That's looking a bit better. Okay. I've got to see where this ends up. And if that even works. Like maybe the E being in white actually would work a bit better. I don't know. Let's do a J. So we're going to duplicate the E. I'm going to turn this one off. Let's open it up and we go in. Switch, and switch again. I think it is. Nope. Come on. So. I think my computer is definitely playing up today. I'm not sure that should be there. There we go. Right, so switch to that. Click. Switch to that. I think. Does that work? Nope. So it's fun when stuff like this happens. But this is all a part of the process, isn't it? You've got to check things out. You've got to see what happens. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, then you just burn everything, right? That's how it works. Hey, Elise, how's it going? What am I making today? This is an idea that's been branching out. Welcome, by the way. Branching out from my brain to try to make a new logo. And so as you can see, I don't know if you can see, it's got the S coming through there, and then the 3 lines in. It was a lot more pronounced when I had the black E. That seemed a lot more pronounced. But I don't know, I'm just trying to get some ideas together. So I had this crazy idea that popped into my head. And I saw this. And it, not precisely this, because obviously, like, get rid of that. But so I saw someone wrote the letter E with these 3 lines, like this. So I was like, okay, I need to find some way of doing these 3 lines. We need to change the outline to black. Oh, what, on the white one? Yeah. Yeah, because you can see this the stroke that I've added there. So where's the... So that's the black, that's the white. Yeah, so I saw this E written like those 3 streaks, like that. And I was like, that kind of works. And then I thought about trying to put this into like a Nordic kind of vibe. And obviously, the Nordic connection, the fact I got the runes on my hand, which you can't see. You can see them there. So this means basically for life, which is something me and my Swedish partner would say to each other. And yeah, so I wanted to sort of try and bring a bit of my Nordic side back in. Right, so let's switch the stroke to black, like Baba was saying. And then put the S back on. Because it just, to me, now it's just not as pronounced. Like, even with the sort of the Japanese flavored kind of rising sun in the flag, it doesn't quite cover it as much. Gonna attempt to make my own empty emotes. I'm guessing you meant there. Yeah? Emotes or empties? I did make my own emote. Or I have done so far. The GG that's in the in for my subscribers, which I hope Baba will be able to show. Was one that I made. There's other ones actually. I've been making. Oh no! Don't open the smart object. Oh wait, we don't you. Open recently and skins and beard. Oh yeah, that GG nailed it. Scream PSD1. Is that one? Yep, there we go. This was the last one I was making. Thank you there, Baba. Yeah, so that is the GG. That was that really the last one of these I was making? This is because I made some. Did I not finish the nose? I feel like I finished the nose. Oh, I feel like I screwed up the nose maybe. Hang on, let's close it down. Nope. I don't want to save that because I want to open up a new one. All of the GGs. Oh, was that bouncing around my screen by any chance? I hope so. I didn't get to see it this time around. Okay, I'll add mine. I'll add some more. So the ones that I created was this one that GG that Baba was just showing. This one, which was my sad crying face. They do float around. I love it. And I did make one that the idea was there, but it didn't quite come to fruition. I feel like it needed a background of some sort. But you can see that I didn't quite nail it, which is the irony, because I said I nailed it. Alright, what can you say? But yeah, so that's where we got up to with the emotes, the last time I was doing it. So let's go stream, then go stream elements, then go to image sources, then go to emote stuff. See that I have to be super anal with how I organize things. I'm not even joking. This is just stuff that I've done. It's like, you know, I've got a hard drive that's split into two. So it's got gaming on one side and then streaming on the other. As you can tell, I just designed this whole PC just for that reason. And then it's like, then I've got like the different sources, like audio sources, video sources, image sources. So whatever thing it brackets into. So when you download ideas and stuff, like I made an interesting source the other day. My partner was doing a Zoom call, and it was for a friend's birthday. So and we ended up putting her in my streaming setup. So we ended up creating. Hang on, where's it gone? Where is it? A rush screen. Look at this. I'm in the woods. There's an owl up there. Oh shit! I think it just tried to poop on my head. What a bastard! Hey. But you can get a bit creative on this actually. Look, and we put is this even gonna count? Yeah, look, we've got balloons. We got balloons. We had a happy birthday. See? Like, see how many little crazy things you can add to these things. We did add the streamers, but I don't think the streamers took off, if I remember correctly. And then we got the twice. So yeah, so that was just something that I threw together. So she could use it. So you can be super creative on these things. But let's go back down to the top down. No, it wasn't the top down view, was it? The wide angle view. Oh no, it was the top down view. This is good. So yeah, so what was I finding? I was trying to get to that emotes page, wasn't I? Right, so what do we call it? Screen. I think we called it screen. Oh, which one is this? That one has more pixels. And it's the latest one. So this was Scream 01, ball face and ball note is what we called it, apparently. For some reason. I don't know, don't ask me why. I'm not an expert at these things, you know. This is what we ended up with. And we also need to do skin and beard, if I remember correctly. Skin and beard. So, because here you can see the beauty of skin and beard is that you've got my eyes, you've got my beard area here, and you've got my my skin tones there. But what I do is I pull that out, so now you won't see it. You'll see when my mouse is doing its thing. So I'll just push that over to one side. Then when I click back over here, it goes back to this picture. So if you look at the navigator, so whenever I need, say, my normal skin, I can go to the pictures over here, and I can go to brush, click there, and you can see down there it's chose that color. So because I know you can't see the window now, but you can see this window. So I'm just I'm clicking on this area here, and then sampling it, and then I'm going back over to this image, then using that to draw. But this looks like it came a lot further than I remember it coming. So I've done the shadow detail, which seems to have come out quite well. I've done some of the little beard notifications. What am I talking about? Notifications. Just talking rubbish now. Clearly, just talking rubbish. Ow. Oh, that tooth's still hurting. Right, so this is basically where we got to. So, and I'm thinking I want to start something new. So let's do this. Let's do something new. So I'm going to do a new canvas. I'm going to do 1,000 pixels by 1,000 pixels, and we're going to call it something. We won't bother calling it anything yet. So, oh, hang on, what's this done? It's decided it wants to be funny. So we push that up into there, and we'll make our skin tones down there. So we've got our skin and beard tones. So that is perfectly fine. But we're going to be on here, so I don't know. I feel like we should do some creative stuff today. So, new layer, straight off new layer. And I kind of want to do, let's go brush. And I'm going to turn my opacity to, I'm going to go 40. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to try and get that is so large of a brush. I look like an alien. So let's just undo that straight away. Let's get my brush size down to 1 pixel. So one thing that I do know I need to get is that kind of shape. Maybe not that kind of shape, maybe that's a bit wider. Yeah? I know that last bit was a bit too much. So you can go like this, and the old-fashioned one is you do a straight line down, and you'll do 1, 2, 3. And maybe that was a bit over the top. So we're going to do a curved one. No, not there. Come on, there. There we go. So we do a line, and then a line. Yeah, and so as silly as this sounds, this is going to be like our guidelines. So basically, our nose is going to kind of be in this area here. Our eyes are going to be in these areas here. And then I believe the mouth is supposed to be like there. But I don't want to scream. Maybe I want to... that would be one fucked up mouth, right? That is not someone you'd want to invite down a dark alley. But the idea is I need a bit of inspiration and where to start and what it is I need to do, because I actually do want to get more emotes, and the more bits I get, so if people want to donate bits, that would be great, because I need to get to a point where I need to actually find this out. Because there is a thing. Aw, how sweet of whoever the fuck it is. It's nice of you to do this for us. Because there is... where's the emotes gone? It's in here somewhere. Can I ever remember how to find these things? Right. I've got a bit of popcorn in my mouth, which is always good. It's got drop streaming... Is it streaming tools? Nah, it's not streaming tools. It's not extensions. Creator Camp. Nope, it's not in there either. So yeah, there's a whole section of followers list. Forgot that was a thing. You can see all the people that follow me. Ah, just seeing all these people that have sent some love. That's super nice. I like that. Channel points. It's not channel points. Oh, where is it? Damn it, I got to see where these things come from. But there is basically an option to send bits, and basically if you send bits you can help to unlock new emote slots, and that's the bit I need to basically do. So I want to try to get people to potentially, if they want to, that is of course, if they donate bits, they will allow me to exchange and make more emote slots. And there's 2 ways of doing it. You can either donate bits or you can get more subscribers. And these are the things that I need to find out. Yeah, there's so many options here. It's really hard to find out. But I wouldn't mind getting like a full body kind of dude, you know, kind of my size. A bit like the little guy down here. That way. Yeah, right down the bottom there. A little guy with a GG. I wouldn't mind getting a new version of that up. But what I could do is with this one, where's it gone? I could totally get this guy going. And yeah, you know what? Should we add him over? Just for shits and giggles. Let's do this. So I'll be up for doing something a little different. So we've got screen, balls, and chin. So we didn't really change him at all. So let's save him as a PNG. He's in the right folder. So save, sweet. And then I'm going to go back to my little dude down there. And my little folder. There we go. Let's go to there. And I'm going to see if I can add him. Oh no. Is it supposed to be me? Yes, that is supposed to be me. Believe it or not. What do you think? Do you think it's got a likeness? And hello there, by the way, Nick. How is it going? Sorry I did not return back to your stream last night. I ended up on the phone with my partner, my prime, which, by the way, just basically means my primary partner, the one I kind of see and spend the most time with. And yeah, oh shit, yes. And then I got off the phone, I was chatting with you for a little while longer, and then my dad called me. He wants to buy he's getting a Raspberry Pi. I'm talking to him to getting a Raspberry Pi. And he wants to get a 4K screen to match up with his Raspberry Pi. So, you know, I'm trying to give him some advice, and then I basically KO'd straight afterwards. So, yeah. This is supposed to be me. It's not the best rendition in the world, but it's better than a kick in the head. Is what I like to think. Hang on, where is it? There it is. Right, so I want to add a new image, this PNG, into somewhere. For some reason, I can't add the bloody thing. So, where is it? Sub go, follows go. GG, there we go. So, I'm going to switch out GG. So, let's go emote stuff, stream. Right, so we're going to go emote stuff. Out of GG, we're going to go into screen. We're going to go to that one there. We're going to go, okay. There we go. How's that looking? Is it looking slightly startled? Maybe we need to flip them around, actually. Transform. And then go to horizontally. There we go. Right, I got to have a look at this now, because I'm just throwing it up on stream. I don't even know if it looks good. Well, thank you very much. That is literally, or what you're looking at there, is literally the third emote I've ever made. It's the third one. So that's number one. Sorry, yeah, GG is number one. This is number two, and the crying emoji, which looks like no one else has got it, because it's at the moment it's for tier fours, or tier fours, tier twos, and I don't have any tier twos. And that's my crying one. That was the first one I ever made, which is not great. Whoa. See, yours look cool, man. Like, yours look super cool. Like did you design yours, or did you get someone to do it, or who did? I am liking him. Like Nick Foyts, or just runs around downtown Tokyo punching people with bicycles. From what I've seen, I paid for them myself. So you got someone else to do it, but you paid for them. See, one day, that's my plan. But seeing as money needs to come from somewhere. That's if you can't afford to do it, you do it yourself, right? It's the old-fashioned idea. So we did start. We got a new one here, and I don't quite know what I'm going to do here. The part of me just wants to kind of fuck around and see what works. Because I don't know, I could do like a nice big bum, and I cannot lie, or I could, I don't know. I want to do something different. Because I find the catch being is, hang on, right, so I've got this idea. So, do like a sort of a magazine, book-y kind of thing. Yeah? See if I can get all these guys looking good. That was just terrible, wasn't it? Yeah, that was just pretty terrible. So get the book out there, get that coming in, and then have my little guy hiding behind it. No, mate, yours are so cool, and you have the skills and equipment to make them. Kinda. Like, I have the equipment, totally. I do have the equipment. And that's because I've been a photographer for years. But that doesn't mean I have the creative buzz to be able to actually do it. Like, part of the reason I became a photographer was because I couldn't draw for shit. Come up with ideas, great ideas, try to getting them from up here onto a piece of paper. So hence why now I'm trying to get these things done. But yeah, and one of the things I did do very early on, and this is what I'd recommend to anyone, is, right, where is that bitmap? There we go. So I found these guys online, and as you can see, similarities, because I used them as a basis to start with. Like, where do I start? Let's start here. This one was going to be a camera one. So it was a case of finding someone else's, get the idea, get a kind of the vague outline, and then go through the entire process to try to better it yourself. Oh, and I fixed my game audio yesterday. Nice. So what was the problem? I know you didn't find out until really late on. Like, you know, that you didn't have any audio, I believe was the issue. You didn't find out till far later. Right, so my idea is kinda to basically have my face down here and then have that almost like angry eyebrows with the eyes looking up. So this is kind of where I'm thinking at the moment. So if I go, I don't know, so if I can get something like that, and then I don't even know how I do my nose, but then we bring the newspaper back in, you know, or the book back in. That's the idea. So what was the issue? Because we were talking about the piracy content, with the HPUD thing, that thing decides to be. Wow, I just saw the floating emoji just in that corner. Just literally, I just looked up and see this poor person with their hands in their air, like head in their hand like that. Just one setting at the bottom of the slob. Come on, Jinx. Yeah. At the bottom of the caption card, didn't scroll down. It's always the way, my friend. It's always the way. Just that one little setting can totally topple an empire. You know, like Rome wasn't built in a day, but it totally got fucked up once they didn't read the small print. I just noticed how different the lighting is. The different from a good quality camera to shit webcam-y thing up there. But at least you can see my hands and stuff doing stupid things. So anyway, so let's get rid of the book for now. This is the vague idea. So we got the idea down. You know, that's the vague premise of where we're going. Well, I haven't changed that since July 2019. You haven't changed what? Your camera or your settings? Right, so I'm thinking like we need to get a good outline. So let's go one more up. Let's turn this down. Turn the tracing down? No? Turn the fill down? Like, oh, that's the reason why I'm on the bloody wrong layer. So turn that one back up, and then turn this one down. We just want this as a vague outline. So let's get back to our brush. What are we on? We are on 2 pixels and a pencil, apparently. So we don't want to be on a pencil, because fuck pencils. We want to be on a brush. This is 8 pixels, which is really tick, actually. Really, really tick. So let's go back to black. Brush, pencil, there. 80%, so we want to go 100%, and we want to come down a couple of pixels. Oh, that's straight away, that was terrible. You haven't changed that setting since July 1990. I was about to say 1990 then. Jesus Christ, you were streaming in the 90s. I was streaming before it was cool. Right, so this is what I suck at most, and that is doing these curves. Curves for my skull, apparently. That just makes me look like a fucking... Oh, it makes me look... I could just put, like, you know, R.I.P. You know, because that's what that look like. That look like a fucking gravestone. You know? Here lies... How much is that smoothing on? I can't even write. E-L-L-I-O-T-T. I can't even spell my own name. Look, I missed the bloody O. The I. Output. It was output audio to stream. Yeah, and I need that tick. Need that tick, please. Output. My keyboard skills suck. Don't worry, I've been using a Mac for so many years. I've got used to like the really streamlined keyboard for the Macs, like the laptop style keyboards. And when I started using this PC, the only keyboard I had in the house was this gigantic mechanical G15, which is a great keyboard, but it is probably like showing its age and stickiness and stuff. And yeah, I probably do need to take. Like, I'm getting a new keyboard soon, thankfully, but hopefully it'll come with a little, so I can actually pop the keys out. And I'm just randomly tapping back now. Oh, Smeg, did I just do all of this drawing? I totally did all of this drawing on the wrong layer. That's my background layer. It's supposed to be here. But yeah, I'm hoping that little keyboard clicky thing, so I can click it out and clean this keyboard properly. So then at least I have a spare. I have an MS1 laptop with a Steel Series keyboard. It's nice. Ooh, that does sound nice actually. MS1. This is some of this information I do not know. So I will have to find out. Right, so I don't know. I'm just wondering how much. Still wondering what's going on with that smoothing. Put the smoothing up to 100. Does make it smooth. I'll give you that much. But I'm not sure if it helps what we're doing here. Let's bring it down. Hang on. I wonder if this will help me with my curves. Does a bit. I give it that. It definitely does. It made that feel a lot better. I know I've got to get used to this. I really have. Did I actually do an original? No, I didn't. Okay, right. So let's just try to get a nice curve. Looks like I didn't even do that. Anyways. Okay, right. So let's go here. What we at? I'm trying to do it properly with both hands, not just index fingers poking at all the keys. Well, you got to sit there with your F and your J, if I remember correctly. Yeah, like this. Oh, hang on, you can't even see, can you? Yeah, so you got to go your F and your J, and you can see there's two little dents in it, or little things that heighten out the keyboard. So you're supposed to sit with those two fingers there. I don't. I tend to sit like this. I know it makes no sense whatsoever. Or I'm like this. So obviously AWS, you know, so there's my moving keys. There's those. But I just kind of see that I do something wrong and then end up going back, forward, back, forward. Yeah. Screw it. Just get a control pad, man. Just get a control pad. Oh, wow. I've never seen them before. Yeah, that's for touch typing. You're supposed to you'll feel your way there so you can go back. You feel that little lump and then you know your finger's in the right place. That's where the whole idea of touch typing comes from. I never learned to touch type. I just, worked really hard and constant at something until I nailed it, basically. Right, so I'm going to go up. I'm going to go over, around. Right, okay, so that sucked balls, but check this out for a little bit of skill. I can take, no, not that one. I can take this. I can go to there. I can do Control C, Control V, so it copies it. Then I can do Control T. I can right click. I can flip that horizontally and then line that up with there. Lock that in. And then if I take away that and I go, get the eraser tool. Nope, that one. Get the eraser tool. Razor tool. Big up my ass. Hang on. Oh, do you know what? Yeah, I have my caps lock down. Yeah, caps lock doesn't help with these things. So I got rid of that one. And then I add that, and look at that. Now I've got symmetrical. So both sides are now the same. So what I can do is I can flatten them. So it's Control E, if I remember correctly. And now if I drag this down, sweet, check that out. So now it's equal. Now I've just got to do the fucking impossible job now of joining these guys up together. This should be fun. So let's see if I can do this. Nope. Great start. Failed miserably. That's pretty damn close. But close only works in horseshoes and grenades, my friends. Horseshoes and grenades. Okay, so let's see how that looks. Okay, it looks a bit like arse. A bit like arse warmed up on a Saturday night, mixed with a bit of a kebab and a super tenants from like 4 days ago. That's what it looks like. But, what else can you do? So I'm going to raise that. I'll bring that in a bit. Because these are the techniques I need to utilize. Right, so We have the beginnings of my head. Yeah? I should just take a photo, shouldn't I? So, go away, WhatsApp. I do not want you. What am I gonna do? Take a photo, aren't I? This is what I miss about my Mac, is I could just take a photo and send it to myself just using AirDrop. Now I've got to email it or some bollocks or whatever. So I want to go to there. Okay, so we've got a terrible photo. Very, very, very bad photo of me. So I'm just going to go bish, bash. I'm going to AirDrop. Oh, I can't AirDrop it anymore, can I? Because I don't have AirDrop anymore because PCs are stupid sometimes. So I'm going to send this to myself because, you know, I've got no friends and, you know, I need... let's go medium quality. So... hopefully this will come through. It would probably help if I turn on my emails because it's the weekend and as far as I'm concerned, I don't have emails at the weekend. Oh, I do see an AliExpress thing for the one thing I got for Black Friday. So, where does this go somewhere? Oh, it's gone over there. Okay, cool. Right, so right, you go away. Right, have you downloaded somewhere? I never know where these things bloody download these days. So I'm gonna go. Oh, where can I go? Where can I go? I should probably actually put it in. Let's be sensible. Let's put it in all of the places. So let's go. Go. D drive, then streams, then streaming tools, then image sources, then emote stuff. And then new folder. What are we gonna call this one, eh? What's this one gonna be called? What could it be called? Not sure. I can't see a message coming through you guys because I've decided, in all of my infinite wisdom, to cover up the one screen I actually need to see. There we go. Oh, you haven't said anything anyways, so that's okay. Right, so we're gonna call this folder something. So let's go rename. Let's call this Grumps. Grumpy. Grumpy. We're gonna call this particular emote we're making right now Grumpy. So maybe that's my theme. Maybe that's what I should be calling it. Like, you know, the seven ugly dwarves. No, 7 dwarves. It's just the 7 dwarves. Right, let's go for this. Right, so we're going to IRL. Let's go bish bash bosh. Okay, so now we've got that. That's good. And you guys can now see it in all of its glory as it comes out. So let's go over to, where's my Explorer gone? Oh, it's there. So we're going to email stuff. We're going to go to Grumpy. We're going to go Grumpy IRL. So let's drag and drop that in. There you go. So now you can see where I was going. So we're going to, we can manipulate it a bit too much, which is a bit irritating because I hate doing that. So let's go. I'm going to delete that because I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I'm going to go back to there and I'm going to drop that in. Could you drop it like it's hard? Right, so you need to hold down shift. If you hold down shift, it will maintain its aspect ratio. If you don't hold down shift, it will stretch all over the place. So we're going for quite a big head here. Let's go to, say, there. So let's enter that. And let's drop this to near the bottom layer. So now we can see, kind of. Let's drop down the opacity. Okay, so now we can kind of see where my head's going to be. It's looking dead silly. You look like you're on Star Trek. Well, thank you very much. I am wearing a Star Trek hoodie. That would help, you know. Except, you know, I'm a bad boy. I'm the bad boy from the Enterprise, yeah. Check it out, blood. Right, so this is where we're starting. But this is, once again, it's got. I think, yeah, I'm over exaggerating. I am massively over exaggerating the size of my head, which isn't too bad. But you know, we need to go somewhere. So we got me ears popping out up there. But what are we on? Let's go back to the brush. So we're over there. So we've got me ears coming out. Okay, so that's me ears, which I'm sure is fun and dandy. But I totally put those in the wrong place. So right, so new layer. So I'm gonna go me ears there. And then I can shimmy that over to there. But obviously, my ideas are not working. Not today, anyways. But it's gonna be one of those. It is gonna be one of those days. You know. And that was me thinking, you know, if I start early, then you know I can just have some silliness and some fun. Maybe roll into some old school gaming later. I don't know if that's gonna happen now, but we shall see. Right, so we're gonna go there for that here, and we're gonna do. Yeah, let's do the sensible thing here, because let's make our lives easier, not harder. So we're gonna copy this, or we're gonna do it as a new layer, and then we're gonna free transform. We're gonna flip that over. So we're gonna, where's it gone? Oh, there. Flip horizontally, and then this should line up perfectly with the other side. There we go. Bish bash bosh, and we are back in the room. Right, let me just double check that is. Oh, I completely screwed up the line there, didn't I? So let's go back onto there, and go that way a bit. There we go. So now you can see I'm actually symmetrical. Me, symmetrical. Who would have thunk it? Right, so that's me ears. So let's take these two and let's group there. No, we're not going to group. We're going to flatten it because our ears can be quite happy there, like that. Right. So next up, what we've got next up, we should have, and we should start layering these because they are starting to get complicated. So we've got ears. What have we got? We've got head. H-E-A-D. Okay. So what can we see here? We've got the ears. The angle we're coming down is like down here. My actual eyes, look at my eyebrow to where my ears are. So my eyes would be like here when I think about it. So that's going to be fun. So we need a new layer. So let's get a new layer going. And then I don't know. We should draw it out a little bit and sketch it in. So we can go here, across there, and we go down, round, out. Back in again. So that's basically my eye, but we've also got some extra bits down here. So let's go up. No, that was terrible. That was awful. Even for my skill level, that was awful. Right, so let's go out here, out to one side, and then going to try to get this as smooth as I can. That didn't even finish. Why did that line not even finish? Okay, that's showing something, isn't it? I'm not even sure if this will even come out in the emotes, because everyone's all like proper in the emotes, and they don't have eyes and noses and stuff because, well, they say don't use them because there's no point using an emote with detail because they're so bloody small, and everyone says the same. But I don't know, maybe I'm a bit silly. Maybe I'm like, do you know what, if something's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. But I definitely need to work on my eyebrows, don't I, here? Let's see where this is going. Go up a bit, and then out a bit, and then that way a bit. So that's kind of where we're going. I don't know. I feel like that line could have been straighter to make that eye balance out a bit more. But what we can do is we can take the loop tool. Can we? No, I need the loop. That's that one. Is that one? That one. There we go. Take this one. I can do this, and then take that there, leave that onto there. Then I can do the whole doubling act trick. So we can basically make a double of it, flip it horizontally, and then using the arrow keys, keeping it on exactly the same layer as it was before, you know, we're just going to bring it over. So let's get that into the right. So now it's on the right level, but it's not quite right because, well, my eyebrows are slightly different on this side apparently. So we can stretch it out a bit and maybe rotate it a tad. There we go. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. That's our little details in. So there's all of the details. And we're going to flatten these two because reasons. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a stretch. Stretchy McStretch. So if I bring this out and then fill up the space a bit better. Maybe go something like that. Okay. So that's looking all right. And I'm already down to my nose. So if I take that out, this is what we end up with. So we're getting there. We're already, I think we're actually doing pretty good straight away. Right, so I'm going to do a quick layer here. So I'm going to go up to my brushes. Where's my brush gone? There it is. And I'm going to take my skin tone, which we got from our stencil that we've been using this entire time. So we're going to just colour ourselves in. Yeah, just colour everything in. That gets that all nice and dandy. Then we'll probably take the eraser tool, because we do not need half of this shit. We're just colouring in the rest of it. So let's get rid of the excess. Because, you know, why we don't need all of this extra stuff. But it definitely helps. Definitely helps. So, but yeah, we got to start somewhere. I just run around punching everyone in the throat, especially with bicycles. Especially when you're trying to proclaim your innocence. And Nick Fights knows exactly what I'm talking about here. Because yesterday I was watching him play Accuser 0. And yeah, his character was apparently accused with murder. So in his defense, he decided I'll just run around. I'm going to say Tokyo, even though it's probably considered racist these days, just to jump on a bandwagon like that. And yeah, just decided to punch everyone he came into contact with. In his defense, I was watching it for a little while, and people literally called hooligans would just run up to him for no apparent reason and just start punching him. Or start attacking him until he flamed on like Goku or something. I'm surprised I didn't hear Kamehameha. Actually, I did hear Kamehameha. But that was because of like a notification that Nick actually had on his stream, which I thought was actually pretty cool. You know, so you can activate or get people to activate. Like there's this thing that obviously a little running joke between him and his followers or his friends. And you can just type in !cypher, I think it was, or cyber. And then it would just say cyber's a cunt or a wanker or something like that. And yeah, I like those little things. I have no idea how you would do that or how you set that up. So that's a cool little trick. Yeah, I'll have to give that a try one of these days. Sound effects. I think I can do Twitch sound effects, but I think you have to donate bits or something for that. Oh, getting wanker's cramp already, guys. I've been doing this for like, what? I don't know. How long have I been doing? What time is it? Oh, it's 5 o'clock. Okay, so I've been streaming for a wee while. And granted, I've been just doing the sillinesses. If I'm honest, just been doing the sillinesses. But I actually really enjoy doing these. Doing these little drawing-y ones. Like the gaming ones are fun. And I do like it, but you know, I don't get much time to do other things at the moment, and it's nice to mix it up to see where we end up. For this one, I like the fact that I've actually taken something from real life on this occasion. I think I did notice. Oh no, it's the same on both sides. Right. So let's get rid of all of that. Let's zoom back out a bit. Okay, so I can see there, that outline. I can see that should be there. So, eraser tool. Yep, that's the one. And then I just want to... Nope, shit, I'm on the wrong layer. This is the reason why you name your layers, guys. Do you know how hard it is for me to not write skins? Like, seriously, it's so difficult for me to not write SKINS. I'm so used to it. My fingers do it without me even thinking about it. Like, I'm not even joking you. Right, so let's go back to our brush. I'm going to go on that brown. And we're going to shrink this a lot down because otherwise we spend half an hour doing fucking erasing. Right, so we've got hair. Oh no, I just did something stupid. Hair. Let's just do that. Now let's get back to brush. And now we can fill in. Once again, I just said we don't need to spend half an hour doing it. So what do? I end up doing it so big. I'm going to have to. Hang on, am I not on 100%? Why am I not on 100%? 100%, thank you very much. So argue with me. There we go. Okay, so now it's doing what I want. No, really not doing what I want. Fill in the gaps. Right, this, as nice as this smoothing is, it pisses me off as well. Like sometimes, like just do what I tell you to do, and don't do the rest. Right, okay, so we're still on the hair load, so that's cool. So let's kill the extra. What do I got a bit big on the erasure brush? Erasure? Right, so I do feel like these I feel like I made some of this stuff a bit too pronounced. I could have just made the black pen, like the fine liner. Could have made it more fine, shall we say. That'd probably be easier to describe to other people. Oh yeah, I've just forgotten one thing I do have. And I should probably do this on that layer as well. Right, so let's go that layer and that layer. That one and that one. I can do that, right? Erase. You telling me I can't erase simultaneously on two different layers at the same time? Mother fluffer. Okay, let's start there then. Go from there. Do this. And then this. Okay, sweet. Now let's go up to there. Let's do that. And there. There we go. So now I've got my little bit where back in today when I used to shave me I used to shave little lines in my shit. That just came out a bit wrong, didn't it? Shave lines in me eyebrows. It used to be like a bit of fashion back in the day. Back in the 90s, back when I was young and flexible and full of vigor. But they don't really do it anymore. And yeah, that's something that we once upon a time did. Right, so we're back on our brush. We want to be back on black. And we want to get quite small. I want quite a small line here. So I want to keep it nice and fine. We're down to 2 pixels, guys. 2 tiny pixels. That's kind of where I want it, but I have a feeling this is where most people are going to say, like, dude, your picture's going to be like this big by the time you finish. Why are you putting in this kind of detail? Like, because to me, that kind of thing means a lot. Go away, start button. I didn't ask for you. Okay, so now if we bring this back in, I probably should, if in all honesty, I probably should have done my eyes, the curvature of my eyes when I had the chance. Probably what I should have done, actually, guys. Because these lines could have been a lot better. But what I could do is I could go to a new layer. I can go to the ellipse T tool, because I always call it that stupid thing. Right, get a nice eye kind of thing going, yeah? That's cool. So let's grab our brush. Let's go to, not use the start button. Let's go to this one. Actually, let's go to that blue. And then we're going to go dish. We're going to fill this in with the color. No, we're not going to fill it with that color because it's red. I know it just looks like I have a bindi. No, let's go foreground color. Okay, there we go. Then I am going to select, and I'm going to go to modify, and I'm going to go to contract, is it? Yeah, contract. And I'm going to go by 10 pixels. Sweet. And then I'm going to select the lighter color because I feel like doing something weird. And then fill that in with the lighter color. Yeah, so that's the plan. So then I'm going to go, what am I going to do? I'm going to deselect by pressing the right connection keys. Okay, now I'm going to go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, Gaussian blur. And my plan is to blur the eye out enough. There we go. So that looks good. So Now, I think if we take this layer, let's go and plot this layer down in the eye. Do you know what? Already, that's looking better than my last eye. I'll tell you that much. So let's bring these up here. Let's go there, there, and there. That's looking good. These are the eyes. So let's actually, what's that? Those two. Okay, so let's go this dish. Let's put them down to one layer. Let's go eyes. Look at this. I'm actually starting to get these ideas down. I'm actually quite proud of myself for doing this one, actually. Right, so the question is, do we want a layer mask, or do we just want to erase? I am thinking we do a layer mask. Ooh, I know. Right, so where's the outline layer? That's the outline layer. Okay, so let's rename this outline. Okay, so I'm going to click on here. I'm going to choose this tool, and this tool basically just selects everything that's in that line. If I turn off everything else, go away you as well. So this idea basically being, you can see what I'm doing here. I'm selecting this white area. It's inside of here. But then what I do is I go turn on this layer and go to here. Now if I put a layer mask, which is here, on there, you see what it did there? It cut out where, hang on, so if I do this, it basically made this hole. So now if I go back to this layer here, select that and go back to that layer there, grab me brush, and as long as I paint in white, it should bring back the other eye. So there we go. Unfortunately, for some reason, it didn't bring back the entire thing because everything is being a bit of a dick today. So let's push that back to 100%. There we go. So now both my eyes have come through. That's looking pretty good, I think, anyways. There is a bit of a line there. Like, you guys see that line as well? So, but now what you do is you zoom in a lot, and then you can actually see where that lid is. So if I'm clicking on, go away, my free day tomorrow. It's not my free day anymore, I work. I wish it was my free day. Right, so if I go back to my brush, as long as I'm painting in with white and nothing else is selected, I should, what am I painting on? Let's go black. Hello, why are you, something's wrong. What am I not doing? I'm doing something wrong, I can tell you that much. Is something selected? No, nothing's selected. So there's no reason why this should not be working. Why are you not working? Brush tool. Oh, hang on, look. Okay, so now I'm on the wrong color. So I don't need to be in black, I need to be in white. And I need to have a slightly bigger pen tool. But yeah, so I should be able to take this right up to the line now. And not get that little white halo, which is what was bugging me before. So I want to keep it there. Because remember, this should actually be underneath there. There we go. And hang on, what was that? What did I do? Let's undo that. Make sure you're on the layer, the mask layer that is, guys. If you're not on the mask layer, it will just paint just the colors as you didn't want it. But we want to get all of that nice gradient that we created, because we did create a really nice gradient there. I think we did anyways. Maybe I'm the only one who thinks that, but I like it. So let's bring this back out. So our eyes looking a bit better now. We are really hitting the bottom of the screen now. So we've got our ears, we got the shape of a red, then we got the eyebrow colors coming in, so that's good. One thing we didn't do, it's probably what we should have done, and let's bring the skin back in. So we've got our skin back in. We didn't factor in me beard. So what we probably should do, let's get the grumpy old skinny who's there in the background, and let's put his opacity up so we can see him a bit better. And what we want to do is we want to stretch him out, so get him closer to the size. So let's try cue up some bits here. So let's keep on keeping the aspect ratio correct. So my nose is there, my eyes are almost there. Obviously my head is ironically a lot bigger in real life than it is in the in my caricature. Right, so what can we see? So So let's just hit that there. So we can see my beard should be coming in about there. I would say anyways. So what we do is let's go above our layer. Make sure we're on black. What are we on? We're on 6 pixels, which is a bit on the large side. So let's bring the pixels down to 2. And I'd say, yeah, so we're going to be coming in about here, I'd say. So we're going to come down. I know what we've done there. Right, so let's get off there. Let's put our smoothing back on, because this is when we do want the smoothing. And we want to come in there, and then down. Okay, so that's there. So then we want to select all, and then we want to duplicate, and then we want to, oh no, what do we want to do? We want to free transform, then we want to flip it, horizontal layer, and then we want to line this up on the other side, which, you know, it goes. Does that look alright? I don't know. What do you guys think? Right, so let's get rid of this ruler. We don't need that ruler anymore. And let's take away Ugly Skinner. I say Ugly Skinner. But we need that outline. We actually did overshoot it a bit, didn't we? On that side. So let's go back to the hair layer. And we're going to go up to get our brush. We're going to choose the light brown again, and then we're gonna make this brush a bit bigger. God, I don't know. No, we're back on the smooths, so let's get rid of the smooths. We don't want the smooths. So let's go here. Do you know what we could have done? What would have been sensible is for us to do this and then copy it again and do what we did last time. Is probably what we should have done, because then we could have just added everything in. And being all tidy, nice and neat on one side, I do still think this is out though. So I'm going to go brush. I'm going to go about there, I'd say. But also, I have a feeling we were too high, because we definitely hit the bottom there. Okay, so let's go back down to hair. Get the eraser tool, and let's zoom in. So we're on the eraser tool. Let's big up the eraser tool, and we are on 4 smoothing. It should be alright for a while now, I think. So we're gonna take that up there. Oh, I'm totally chimping into that bit there. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, so I'm not the smoothest creature in the world, I'll give you that. And generally what I've done so far, I've done much thicker lines. So I've been able to be a bit more clumsy, should we say. But the good thing being is I can just flick back to the brush and fill these bits back in. There we go. See, look. It's almost like I didn't do anything wrong at all. But we'll tuck back in. We'll colour this in a bit more. I don't know, to see how this goes. And as I said, this is not my speciality. I'm not a drawer. I'm not an I am an artist, but I'm a photographer. My media, unfortunately, I am a bit limited with. You know, granted, there are people in the world, and I do happen to know quite a few, especially one in particular, who I hope is watching. Who is an amazing mixed media personnel, and you know, she plays with lots of different medias and arts, super creative, and yeah, amazes me every single day actually. So think of her as my inspiration right now. Right, so so we definitely fucked up this nose, even though this is not supposed to be my nose, it's supposed to be my nose rings. I know you guys don't generally get thick on this side. You're always on that side. Yo, Bombastic. How's it going, man? When did you sign in? So I've been really zoomed in to trying to get this new emote done. And I'm not sure if I'm doing that good of a job on this one. It's far less cartoony, I find. But yeah, how long ago did you say hello? Like how long? How long? And what time is it? Okay, so 7 minutes past. Just got here. Okay, sweet. So good. Getting worried then. Like I'd missed your grand entrance. How are you doing, my friend? How has your week been? Guess you just shaved his beard off. Well, I'm drawing mine currently, so I'm gonna say that it's not me. But I am guessing it's gonna be someone who I just recently saw with a freshly shaven face while doing a review of a certain gaming chair. So I'm gonna say, is it Bombastic Sounds who just shaved their beard off? No, I'll have to see it to believe it. I'll have to wait till your next stream. But for now, I'm gonna give you this. I don't know if that works. Something is definitely wrong with the bot. You used to play all these stupid clips. Now it's not doing it. I don't need to listen to my monitor. I've got some music playing for me, and whenever I've got my music playing, because obviously it's playing in my background, and then I hear it like 12 seconds later, 20 seconds later, whatever the delay is that between me streaming it and it appearing on my phone, you get this clanging sound. Like when you're mixing two tracks and it's clanging. That's the noise we used. But when the beats don't mix, it's like bloop, 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 and just sound like shit. That's what I get. I'm good, man. Enjoying my Sunday off. Lucky you got a Sunday off. I've got no days off this week. Nearly finished editing among our streams. Woo! Nearly. I look forward to seeing the final result. The chair review video is actually really old. Yeah, but it fucking looks good, man. Like, seriously. Like, I was fully entertained the entire bloody video. And then when you did a bloody cliffhanger, I was like, damn you. You know, there's a special circle of hell dedicated for people that leave people with cliffhangers, I think. You know, including Sylvester Stallone in the movie Cliffhanger. Like he's going to an extra special circle of hell. But you know, at least you've got a nice day off. You can rest. You can have some fun. Do you realize you just said New Year's Eve? Yeah. Did you realize that? New Year. That's it. Wind us up some more. Silly face. Right, so this is where we're up to. Anyways, we're doing this stupid thing today because I wanted to do some editing, and you know, to show me going through the images from Saturday's gig. But Saturday's gig went to absolute shite, so there weren't that much really to do, if I'm honest. And then my computer started playing up, and then I was like, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm just want to do something now, and I want to have fun. And I decided, do you know what? I'm going to do some drawings today. And that is what I've done. Right, so I've got my beard outline there. So I'm gonna flatten these guys to get these down to one layer. If I press the right button, that would also be helpful. I don't know what I did there. R, Shift R. Oh, it's rulers. That's what I was saying. No shit. What? My shift on Saturday? Yeah, no. Long and the short of it. The coof has got in the way again, as usual, but this time around, instead of, am I on my brush? I'm on 10. Wow, that's. Oh yeah, it's because I was doing the color, wasn't I? Oh, hang on, let's get back to black. Yeah, no, basically, there's normally for the radio show we do, we normally have, we have two guests, a DJ, a MC, and myself. And possibly have some extra peeps in the room as well. But the last time we were doing an event there, and this is at Deja Vu FM up in Mile End, so the legendary radio station that is very well known. It was, yeah. So basically, we normally have that many people. This time around, we weren't allowed any guests, because it's like limited to 3 people apparently. And of those people, one of them, our MC, didn't show up. And yeah, and it was quite surreal because normally we have, like, as I said, like 5 to 8 people, and we've gone down from that to 2, and one of them's DJing and the other one is shooting. So, you can only spitball and bounce off each other so much without it like interfering with the actual show, because, like, obviously he needs to do his little bits of work here and there. I need to do my little bits of work here and there. Um, and obviously, like, when we're chatting, we laugh, we giggle, we express ourselves, we emote, like naturally emote. And yeah, just Sneaks did not have anyone to do that with other than myself, but he couldn't really do that because it's not like I'm on a mic as well. So it ended up just being this bit of a clusterfuck, should we say? Hang on, what are you doing? I did not ask you to come over there. So yeah, so it ended up a real quiet show. Like, Sneaks did do an absolute amazing set. Like, considering he was supposed to be filling out, say, put in hours worth, hour and 20 minutes worth of music, maybe less. And then the rest is like the conversations with the MC and the guests, and the different shows that we do. So massive, massive respect to him, actually. And I was supposed to message him actually today to let him know that I was streaming. Completely forgot. My bad. My bad. But yeah, so he is. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm not supposed to be streaming until like 6 o'clock tonight. And yeah, I decided to go on a bit early today. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I do not know. I felt the urge to start streaming earlier than I normally would, because I wanted. Yeah, as I said, I wanted to do the editing, and the editing didn't happen. So I ended up doing this instead. Right. So, but I don't know. I just, when you just got that inspiration to do something, to be creative, but you're not quite sure how, what, and when. Yeah, I just had one of those. So, like a creative fart, basically, is what happened. And that's where I ended up starting to do this thing here, which you can tell by by the weirdness of the angle. This is not really thought out. This is not your typical anime emote. This is something a little bit different, a little bit weird. But how do we get better? How do we challenge and do things different? We got to experiment. We got to see what the fuck's going on out there in the world. Is that still my beard? Yeah, it's still my beard. But part of me likes that bit actually. The little bit that's sticking out. Right, what am I doing here? Ah, yeah, because I'm on the wrong bloody thing. Right, so let's go back to black. Back to black. Black again. Guess who's black? Okay, that went dark all of a sudden. Right, so let's bring that down. Let's go there, because that is actually part of the original one. So I need to. Where's the actual outline? There we go. So we go to that outline, and it still doesn't work. What's going on, man? Oh, because that's that outline. Where's my original outline? There it is. No, that's ears. Oh yeah, I need to be in my ears. I need to erase that part of my ears, anyways. While I'm here. Get it? Ear. Huh? See? Thank you. I'll be here a week. For the children and such. Right. So, and what's that? That says Ed. So I've got me Ed. This is the bit I was after. What I needed to get rid of earlier. Hang on. So that's that. Then what's that? There. Okay. No, that layer. Okay. Sweet. So let's zoom out of this clusterfuck, I'm guessing we're going to say. Actually, let's while we're in here so tight and deep, we might as well get rid of this excess bit, because while we're here, we might as well do it. It makes life a bit quicker, a bit easier. Also, I can really chip in at that point, because it's the beard that's making the design in there, and then that allows me to just go that, and that. Fish done. Ha. Easy. Oh, hang on, no, that didn't work, did it? No, because it took away like all of my skin. Okay, bad idea. Don't do that. Don't do that bit. Ah. So what have you been doing on your day off then, other than shaving beards off? Hang on. The music finished. When did the music finish? No one pointed out that the tune's finished. Okay, let's go. Let's go lo-fi. Because we've got like apparently 12 hours of it. 12 hours of lo-fi? Bring it on. And then I can get back on here and then erase some more of this. And see where we are at. We've also got this bit over here. Also, I just realised is my mouth would be so tiny. If you think about it, if you were to follow this beard down naturally to where the rest of this photo would be, this is so much forehead. Maybe that's what we need to make. We need to put like some kind of lyrics over the top, like over here, just like smash or bang or wallop. Or do like a giant blue teardrop actually. Hang on, where we're at? I'm not going there because I want you. Damn you. What's we got here? That's the beard outline. And so that's it face outline. So that's the face outline. And that could be murdered. Murdered? That could be merged, should we say? No, I shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. Because there is that little bit there that I want to get rid of. And it would be a lot easier to do it now than later. And why would you put on some special level of stupidity when it came to the thingy? My eyes do look a bit wonks though, don't they? They look proper wonks. I look almost sad, don't I? Like quite sad. I must admit. Also, I think I made my nose look huge. But what we could do is let's go to skin. Let's take a level above the skin. Let's choose the darker. Let's go. No, not that one. Damn it! I hate hitting that start button. There we go. One thing I do love about this keyboard, it has a switch, a manual switch up here that lets you just kill your fucking start button. What about here? Mainly just editing our shenanigans, poached eggs on toast, and Belgian chocolate cookies with a ton of coffee. Good combination, a nice recipe. Your poop must be so brown. It is the brownest brown of all of brown towns. Look like your eyes. Aw, thank you. Trying to get there. I do need to fix something is up with the eyes. I feel like something is wrong. Something is wrong. I can't quite take that. Yet. Part of me is tempted because I like the eyebrows, and I like the eyes, but this eye just looks a bit droopy, you know? So what I might do let's do another layer, turn off that one, and then we on the raise tool? Yes, we are. So let's take away this eye. And see if I can do a better eye. Right, so what are we on? We're on brush, we're on black, we're on 1%. So I'm thinking, am I still on brown? No, that's black. Right, so maybe no, maybe not that. Bring it down, around. Not like that. I don't know. Let's bring this up. Maybe not. That looks pretty bad, eh? We're gonna go here. Are you coming to Vicky Ducks Among Us stream at 8 PM? Vicky Ducks? I don't know Vicky. Is it Vicky? Vicky? At 8 PM when? Tonight? I normally stream tonight from 6 till 10 normally is my normal times, but who knows? What is Vicky Ducks? And do I know them? Vicky. Do I know them? Is it someone that I know? We should date a girl called Vicky. Yeah. Very nice, very lovely girl. Lots of love still there, actually, to this day. Right, so, does my eye just look a bit more retarded now? Honest question. I think it might look slightly more retarded. So thankfully, here's an eye I made earlier. But is that looking? Nah, it's still looking odd. That I don't mind the top bit. The top bit I think is looking alright. You know, I do give the top bit, but that bottom bit is definitely looking a bit smeg. Let's go 5. Let's come down. And then bring that back up in. Erase. Maybe not as much of the little flare. That being said, I'm not actually wearing makeup today for a change. Normally I am, but currently I am not. Right, so let's go in there. Should probably put the whites of my eyes back in. Actually, that could be a good idea. Right, so there's my actual eyes. Yeah, cool, sweet. So what I should do? Let's turn off all this other crap. Let's go here. Let me disable the layer mask. And then underneath it, I'm going to do a nice white. So let's go a nice white brush. Let's go biff. No, that's because I'm on the erasure. Right, so. No, stop using the eraser. I don't want the eraser. I want the brush. Damn it. There we go. And this should. Sweet. So. If I just make a nice big amount around my eyes. I know this looks like the weirdest fucking pancake thing you've ever seen in your life. But it's all gonna make sense. I promise. It will all make sense at some point or another. It looks like kind of blue eggs, right? What do you guys think? Blue eggs and ham? This is what they're talking about. I got to jump off, man. I want to get this edit done for tonight. We'll link up with you when it's done. No worries, dude. I cannot wait to see it. I didn't know you were going to attend. Normally, I'm till 10, but I started earlier today, so maybe I'll finish earlier. So, do me a favor. Drop me a link to their page or their thingy. And if I do end up finishing off early, I will pop over and say hello. Right. So, anyways, let's put the things back in. So yeah, that looks crazy. That's the old outline. So we're gonna re-enable this lock, but what we're gonna do. Oh, what are we gonna do? Yes. So I'm gonna delete that layer mask. Then I'm gonna put these guys together. So let's go you, and let's put you as one layer. And now I am going to basically put a layer mask on you. Actually, let's undo that. And let's do, if you press Alt, then a layer mask, it hides the whole layer. So see, so now everything is hidden. So as long as I'm sitting on this layer here, and I'm painting in white, so white on the foreground, and I'm painting over this black mask. So if I'm painting white here, now what it will do is it'll expose, I think that's moving down, it would expose what's behind there. So just imagine it as like, you've got a card in the way, and you've cut a hole in the card to reveal what's behind it. So now you get that white eye. And as long as I'm painting in black, it's like I'm putting that card back in again. So you get that kind of look. And if I go to the other side, as long as I'm painting in white, you do the same thing. So layer masks are super amazing when it comes to photography editing, especially, and I use them all of the time in most of my serious edits, if I'm honest. But with this way, what I've done is it allows me. Remember I did my eyes super large? That was so I could go all the way out to here and still have my eye in show. Granted, I did it down here as well, but give yourself a bit of extra room to play with. That's always a clever bit. Yeah. But hey, you know, it is what it is. Right, so where are we? We're over there with the fake outline. So, oh no, cool. We're back on brushes. So, need to go to the erase, and I need to... Oh, I didn't want to use that much. I wanted to just get a little bit of chip in there. So you see how we started with that photo of me. And yeah, now we're going to basically try to make it more of a bit of a cartoony kind of thing. So I can take that away. I can go back to brush. What are we on? We're on white. So let's go back to black. And we want to be on 5 pixels, if I remember correctly, is what we set the eyes to on the other side. Oh, and put our smoothing on up, because that is actually helping a lot. If I am honest. Okay, so we get to that. And now what we can do is take away the excess. Go back to the eyes. Make sure we're on that layer down there. And we are painting in black. Oh, hang on. Oh no, painting in white, apparently. Okay, I had that the wrong way around. Apologies. But see, so now we've just filled that in. Back to there, because I actually want to get rid of that bit there. So let's zoom in really close. And I know we're on the wrong brush before anyone says anything. I did clock that. So we're going to go back up to here. I'm going to back to the normal eraser brush. And I'm going to just take that bit out. And that bit as well there. I have a feeling we've got our opacity down. Yeah, we've got our flow down for some reason. Oh, pardon me. So let's get our flow back up. And there we go. Oh, there's another bit for the eye. So, are we in white? Nope, we are in white, but for some reason now it's going in reverse. Okay. Now, if we zoom out. No, out, not in. We don't need to go that deep in the pixels. Okay, so what I do want to get, this outline back onto the brush. And what we're on? We're on 5 pixels. So I kind of do want to clone this bit down here. That wasn't quite. So I'm going to come down. Then back up. Okay. So then we can go. So we're just chipping away. Just chipping away. And try to get things looking a bit more balanced, you know? That's the thing about eyes. Like, there's a big part of me just thinking, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go that. I'm going to go around here. I'm going to basically I'm going to copy this eye exactly as it is. Go bish, bash, bosh. Add that to a new layer. Transform. Switch it around. So we're going to go full 180 degrees. I'm going to go over to there. Line that up to there. Bish, bash, bosh. Go back to that layer. Get our brush out. Get the eraser tool out, should we say? So I was getting close, but I wasn't quite getting close enough. And I was just getting frustrated. If I'm honest, I was just getting frustrated. And, you know, at the end of the day, you don't want to get to the point of frustration where you just give up. Because then what's the point? If it's difficult and you're like, screw it, I don't want to do this anymore, then, you know, yeah, you can say, yeah, you know, you've learned the hard way. But at the same point, there's a high chance you've just put yourself off from doing the thing that you want to do, which is never fun. So, we're back onto 100. Yep, let's take the smoothing down again. And, you know, I'm not good. Like, this is not amazing work, you know, and it's like many things. Like, you may watch me do it and you go, oh, that's really easy. I can do all these kind of things. It's really simple with a piece of paper and a pen, you know. But then learning digital art, and it, like, seriously, do this for 10 minutes, and you will get a whole new respect for digital artists. Like, there are so many skilled people out there in the world, and you think, yeah, I can just do it myself. It's like, dude, like, the only reason why I'm doing this is because I have the time to learn and the will. I do want to learn. It's not just a money thing. It is, you know, I would like to be skilled at drawing, at painting, at, you know, these kind of things. And I'm not. I know I'm not. You know, and am I okay with that? No, I'm not okay with that. I want to be better at it. I want to get good at these things. Ooh. Headphones on the right brush. I want to get good at drawing. I want to get good at singing. I want to get good at art. I want to get good at dance. I want to put effort and time into these things. And yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. If I'm all truly honest, that's not going to happen. So yeah, but at the moment we are still sitting here. We're still drawing our bloody eyeballs. We are getting there, but I do feel, yeah, because that's where I was going to go next, wasn't I? Before I got distracted. So we've got skin tones. My next bit was going to be above the skin tone. Did we even? I don't know if we did anything on it. So maybe this was going to be the shadow. Shadows. So we have my darker skin tone up here, which I know you can't see, but if I click here, you can see it there. So I've got my light one there. Oh, I'm going to do it over here so you can see it. So I've got my light one there. One of these days, you know what, I'm just going to do it now, because screw it. It's worth doing. So, and I know you guys can't really see what on earth this skinny boy is doing right now. But basically, let's do that. Do deselect. No, deselect. There we go. So as you can see on this, you can see my light skin tone, my shadow skin tone. This tends to be my lips or little details like that. Then I got my different beards, so the base color of my hair, sort of things for highlights for the highlighted bits, and then I have my shadow. So we're gonna go to the darker bit, which is in that middle bit there. As long as I'm on my brush, which I'm not, because I'm a donut. So let's go to this tone. Let's go back onto my self over here. I've just got to, come on, get in there, and look at that beautiful line I left, bollocks, in my forehead. Right, so let's move, that's what I wanted. Let's go back to here, and let's undo that massive line I left across my forehead. Right, so this is where it gets interesting. So I'm going to try and do my nose there and there, which will then also bring out my eyebrows under there, and under there. Probably end up with a little bit here as well, and a little bit here as well, and yeah, potentially some here and some here, and then some there and some there. Oh, and obviously in me bloody crevices down here. So this is going to be the shadows. The problem here is now we're going to bring down the opacity a bit to about there, and we're just going to basically tidy up the whole bloody thing. So let's start in this corner over here. Let's get the eraser tool going. And yeah, take off the excess. So while I want things to look good, they're not always going to look good. So the idea I found is if you kind of trace the outline of, see that that's coming down? I'm trying to follow that. Because remember, what we are creating is light. And it's like getting interrupted. You know? It's like getting interrupted because you're putting something in the way of it. AKA, you got shadow, dude. You got a shadow. So is like the thing getting in the way is the thing that's creating the shadow from happening. So it's like my eyebrows or my wrinkles or whatnot. So if you can kind of follow the patterns that are coming off of it, I think it kind of works. I don't know. Like, obviously, like, pinch of salt, listen to people that you know, who are good at this, because I'm not. I am a fool with Photoshop. Maybe that should be my tagline. A fool with Photoshop. Who knows? But I'm hoping it's coming along nice, and yeah, coming together. And I guess we'll find out. Because I need to work out how a lot of this stuff works, and I'm not like I'm an artist in my own little way, but I'm not a professional by any stretch of the imagination, you know. I've had the beauty and the honor of growing up around great artists and people that I massively respect. My best friend was and still is, so say she's not like she's gone or anything. Is an amazing artist. She's painted some beautiful images that I've seen. That she's had exhibitions and she's done all of these things that I was like, whoa, dude, this stuff's amazing. I've had her work on my wall before, but currently the only bit of work I have of hers, it's got a lot of sentimental value, but at the same point, stuff is a bit too tight right now. So currently, this is kind of where I'm hanging out. I think I need a bit more under the eye, if I'm honest. And maybe a little less above the eye, because it's pretty heavy. There's some heavy duty lighting going on here. And as a photographer, I do know how light generally works. But in this kind of context, I don't know, actually. I haven't decided where my light source is coming from, if I'm honest. And that does help. Because if you do know where your light's coming from, then you can go, hey, that looks natural. I kind of feel like it's coming more from this direction. So it's coming this way, But then what to do? I'm not sure. So what we got here? That's the beard outline. That's one eye. There's the original eyes, which I'm gonna get rid of the original eyes. Because they weren't doing me any kind of favors, were they? So let's go there, let's hit erase. Then we got face outline. Hang on. Beard outline, eye outline, face outline. So these are all outlines. Hang on. Where's... Okay, so let's just flatten them. Great. Let's do it. Flat. Done. Those are ear outlines. So those can go up there as well. Yeah? Okay, so that can also go into the flat line. Then we have the actual head outline, which I actually think I did pretty good on this time around. Just call me what I am, but I think it went well. So let's go there, let's flatten those. And then no longer the ears, that is the full outline actually. So that's the outline looking good. I'm actually appreciating that. Then we got the eyes. I do think the eyes are looking good, the nose is looking good. The ear, there's a bit of the shadow, which is looking a bit odd there, sitting there all by himself, all by his lonesome. So we never did tidy up that bottom bit, apparently. Don't know how we missed it, but hey, so let's get it now. One thing I do want to add to the outline, and this is it's a signature look of mine, which I generally have. I don't today, ironically. So let's go back to black, because that's where we do it. And then, it's this side, isn't it? So it's the opposite to there. So it's normally on this side, believe it or not. That's just kind of weird thing on there. So we're going to brush. We're going to go 1. Then go down a couple steps. 2. 3. One thing we haven't done, which is interesting, we haven't done the blacks of my eyes. So I'm thinking we need is the blacks of my eyes. So we do there, and we do there. That's looking good. And right, what are we doing? Yeah, we're gonna. I'm pretty sure we can copy. Let me do it. I think we can copy a layer mask. Add, subtract, apply, delete, disable. I'm pretty sure we can do control and click there. And then we can go to this layer up here with that selected and then do layer mask. Yeah, there we go. So that's now laid in, which is good. Because that is That's the blacks in my eyes, the pupils. EYES, and I'm going to put both of them and group them together and put them into a folder, shockingly enough, called eyes. Ta-da, who would have thunk it? So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm really just noticing that you guys should probably be able to see my keyboard look. So you can kind of see what's going on. So now you can see that. So obviously I'm doing my shortcut keys as well, you know. And I'd like you guys to see the shortcut keys, because it's always nice to have those. Right, so one thing I do want to do, let's go into the eyes, let's go into the blacks of the eyes. And one thing I do want to do is I want to add what we call in the business a catch light. So I'm going to go to white, and I'm going to basically make a couple of marks, just two, because that will make it look like there's a little bit of life in my eyes. Once again, I'm going to go up top, and then one slightly further in, about there. And when I press the right buttons, this gives me a little bit of, you know, life in the eyes. I might actually take the whole layer down a tad. Oh, actually, I need to unhook. Then bring those down. There we go. That looks a bit better. And now hook those back on. Because the idea basically being with this hook down the bottom corner there, that you guys can see. I hope. Yeah. Hope. Good. You guys can basically, you could actually move it with the layer. So the layer's on top. Or you could leave the layer there and move the image underneath it. And if you unhook it and you move the image underneath, that means that that hole will remain where it is, in our case, where our eyes are. So it means we can move our eyes around, but we don't move the hole that we're looking through. So our eyes don't change outside of our eyeballs. It makes sense in my head. Or at least I hoped it would. One hopes it does. But, you know, we are just mostly having fun here. So, right, so I think we're doing pretty well. We are a bit thicker on some of the stuff that I would have liked. There is also the issue of me missing my holes. I am well known for my holes. So we should probably put those guys back in. So let's get a new layer. We don't need it in eyes. It can be up here with the outlines. And oh shit, we did that with the wrong color. Oh no. There we go. So there's one. No, that's terrible, Skinny. It's actually probably more like about there. Yes. So I've got that on that side. Let's fly over to the other side and got that on that side. Okay, so now we've done that, we can do an erase tool. And we basically want to follow our normal line for our beard. Now that looks much better. Let's flick over to the other side. Follow that line of the beard. And now you can see I got my flesh tunnels back in. Everyone likes a bit of flesh tunnel action, don't they? Right, so next up. So that's the tunnels. So we've got our tunnels. What's that layer? That's my makeup. Let's go makeup. Make sure that's in there. I haven't done my rouge or my eyes on this occasion. Actually, I do. I do my white lines there as well. But how am I going to get that in here? I guess let's zoom in again. Let's go to brush. So we've got the B. So it's there. That's way too big. And we want to be X to go to white. So we go click. There we go. That's looking more like me now. So let's go and let's take the darker color. Dark with the brown. Let's go back to our hair level. There. So let's do a new layer. So it's down here and then bush. And then once again, we're just going to add odd hairs just to try and fill this out a bit. Because, you know, sometimes these things don't always come out as smooth as we'd like. And for me, I can never grow a proper beard all the way through. It's getting there. It is getting there, definitely. But I do like the fact it's a bit scruffy sometimes. Because maybe there's not enough of a beard. I am getting a bit of grey in there now, in these days. Because I am getting older. It is happening. You know, it's bound to happen at some point. Even my great dad, you know, the strongest man I ever knew, you know, is getting older. You cannot beat Uncle Time or Father Time or whatever they call it. Like, no one I know has rebelled against it as much as, say, Vince McMahon. I think Vince McMahon, he is personally offended that his body is getting older. And that guy, like, have you seen what that guy's done? Like, in a matter of a few years, like, he has changed so much of his body. And I'm stupidly impressed. I am massively, massively impressed by someone like that. Who can just say, no, do you know what? Time, screw you. I'm going to do my own thing. So yeah, so I'm just kind of adding little swooshes here. What's my smoothing on? Let's bring my smoothing up a bit. Actually, now let's go to like a really high. Let's go 100%. Screw it. So I'm really curious. So I'm doing these really. I'm curious to see if what I'm doing is better or worse with or without it. Because I'm looking quite agony, if I'm honest. Yeah, I don't think the smoothing's helping. So let's take it down to like half. Just curious to see how these things work. Maybe I'm just looking a bit too fluffy at this point. Looking more like Chewbacca. Probably. Probably looking a bit too much like my good friend Chewie. Let's see what happens. I know, but like, what would you call this? Like, I feel like I need to have like some kind of panel that goes over my head. It's like, no, you know. But I don't know. I started with an idea. It started off with a book, me looking over a book. That's how this started with, and now we're at this stage where we're at now, which is, you know, a little strange, but it's a little different. Like, you know, I'd love to hear your guys' ideas, but I'm not even sure if anyone's even bloody watching me currently. So, you know, as sad as that sounds, yeah. But you know, we're getting somewhere. We are starting to get somewhere, and considering I started this off a lot without a stencil as of such, like, yeah, I took a picture. I started with an image, and then kind of worked my way from there. You know, I think I've done okay. But you know, right. So we've got a bit more hair. So let's go one more layer on top of that. Let's go to the darkest layer we have. Let's take a big brush and let's come all the way down. So we're gonna come all the way down there. Bit under there. And then a bit along there. And a bit along there. Okay, and now let's take this down. Okay. And then we go, guess what we're going to do now? Yep, you called it. We are just going to go in and tidy up the edges. Because that's the next level where we're at, guys. Weirdly enough, that shadow is actually going from my beard onto my ear. So my ear is now shadowed by my beard. Just because reasons and stuff, right? But, you know, we'll see where these goes. Right, so we're going to take our nose. We're going to free our nose of our beard shadow. Because the 5 o'clock shadow does not affect the nose. Not normally. Not that I know of, anyways. That would be weird, wouldn't it? But, you know, it's all fun and games until someone loses a testicle, as they say. I do feel like we needed a bit more here. And then let's go back to the eraser tool. And yeah, we'll get rid of that bit. We'll smooth that up. We'll make that good and dandies. Oh yeah, we've got our beard shadow up here, which we didn't need. We've already got our eye shadow. Or our eyes shadowed. Right, so that, I think, is starting to look alright. I don't know if we need to erase this bit a bit. I do feel like I've put some shadows in the wrong places, if I'm honest. You know? That is what that is. You gotta see who's on. Ah. Good to see some friends on there. Maybe I will get to raid my friend Cleo's chats before we finish. And at the moment, with a raid of 2 is a bit depressing, isn't it? We don't know where that ends up. So, anyways, so that is a little under 3 hours worth of streaming. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm going to save it. Always remember to save your work, guys. So, what did we say we're going to go as Grumpy? We did say we're going to save it as Grumpy. So let's go back to stream tools, image sources, emote stuff. Where's Grumpy? There it is, Grumpy. Grumpy. So we have Grumpy. And so Grumpy PSD, so he is now saved. There's a lot of layers, if I'm honest. I'm not liking the layers. Also, I did not tidy up that last bit. Yeah, so you want to do yourself a good favor. Finish doing what you're doing before you save and quit. Because you'll come back to it later and you'll be like lost as hell. Because you remember all like, oh, this is on that layer's on that layer. You remember it now, you won't remember it later. I promise you. You know. So let's do that. Let's hair shadow. I'm pretty sure that is hair fluff. So let's put all of the hairs into a group. And let's call that hair. I know, shocking, isn't it? We know those two. There are skins. So S-K-I-N-S. See what I mean? You can't not say skins. Especially when you've been called skins for most of your life. So that's there. So that's it without any of the outlines. You can see like the shadowing and the shading work I've kind of done. And then you're gonna got that nice fine line to get those eyes looking nice. I think that the eyes came out okay this time, actually. I'll give you that. And there's me plugs. Quite happily sitting there. And there's the final bit of makeup. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I hope you like. Well, you know, it is what it is. And what it is what it isn't. So, anyways, so let's go back up there. Let's go save. And yeah, let's call that a stream. So, yeah, I currently have 2 people follow me, apparently, or two viewers. I am going to be heading off to raid, so I'm going to go end up raiding Cleo. So do me a favor. If you are still watching and you are interested, please do pop in, say hello, tell them Skinny sent you. I don't think there's going to be much on the way going down. I might be coming on in a couple of hours, because it's, what? Yeah, no, I'm going to give myself an hour or 2 off, and then maybe I'll just have something nice and chill and relaxed. Not do anything especially big or bad or bold or anything. So, yeah, let's do it. So, love you loads. Take care. Speak soon. And, yeah, God bless. Mwah.